All right, well, with that said, let's move on to our next segment, high spots and low shots. And I'm going to be a bit cheeky with my low shot because I remembered something while we were talking.
Oh, man.
We forgot about a matchup that happened
did?
on tonight's show. We did. And that's why this is going to be my low shot. My low shot is the tag team division because apparently we don't care enough about the tag title picture that Kalisto and Sin Cara, the Lucha Dragons, teamed up with the Primetime Players against Los Matadores and the New Day tonight.
So now Los Matadores are heels again.
Yeah. And Lucha Dragons and Primetime Players won the match because Kalisto got the pin. I want to say on Diego. I honestly don't know which one.
One of the Matadors, yeah.
Yeah, one of the Matadors. But yeah, my low shot's the tag team division because really I think I would have remembered this had they actually done something. Like, with any division, not just the tag division. I hate
Well, I mean, for
matches.
what it's worth, this match did happen in between the contract signing and the comic book recap of the Arrow stuff.
Right.
So it's really difficult to stand out when you're sandwiched in between stuff that cool.
It is difficult to stand out, but this is just 1 week, Ashton. And we've had a few weeks of, like, knowing about this match, and it's just the story's been, like, look at all these teams beating each other. Who are the rightful contenders? Like, I'm really not fond of stories. I feel like I've kind of grown out of it, where we just throw all together all these people in any kind of division, again, just for the hell of it, without really claiming a top dog. Like, I love the New Day. You and I watched that SmackDown Fallout segment where El Torito kicks Xavier Woods in the shin, and Big E's just like, call a zoologist! Like, freaking... And you're kind of chuckling again. See, that's how funny that shit was. Because, like, I'm smiling just thinking about it. I love the New Day.
And they weren't used nearly enough tonight. Like, they need to have, anytime they have a match on an episode of Raw, it needs to be in the first hour so that we can just see them celebrating, either celebrating their win or lamenting their loss for the rest of the night.
You know what I want to see happen, Ashton? I'm just fantasy booking here, just spitballing, because I love all three guys. Have them lose at SummerSlam, and honestly, what I would like to see, have Big E go after Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions, and then have him do, like, try and take the Intercontinental title off Ryback so they can do the Freebird rule with that. I'd personally be intrigued by a Ryback-Big E feud, for me. Maybe you could even have...
Have we already seen that?
Have we already seen that? If we have, maybe it was so long ago I've forgotten about it. But,
I feel like we might have seen that while Big E was the Intercontinental Champion, actually.
Did we? Because I feel like I would have... Because I know Curtis Axel feuded with Big E for the Intercontinental. That's who he beat to win the Intercontinental Championship. But I don't remember Ryback. Maybe Ryback got in the ring.
I might be thinking about Sheamus instead of Ryback.
Maybe, yeah, you are thinking Sheamus. But I'm just saying, like, I want to see a New Day, because they're so great as a trio, share things in the singles division with, like, all three guys. Either that...
Kofi should have won Money in the Bank, man.
I know, man. I know. Missed opportunities, man. So, yeah, my low shot's going to be the tag division because you had, like, all this time, and you really could tell a more unique story than who's top dog when you've got all these teams involved. And, you didn't. And New Day, though, continues to be the best thing in that division, and they're not even your champions. I love these guys so much that I'm saying they're beyond your tag titles now. So that's going to be my low shot. Who's your low shot?
The fans? No, I'm just joking. My low shot just tonight is going to be, man, I almost want to say Team Bella, but they didn't really do. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to just make my low shot Nikki Bella, because this is is this the second, or I think this is the second time now that she's been made to tap out in a singles match against an NXT girl.
Yeah, because the first one was Charlotte, so she has one woman left to tap out to. Maybe
get a trifecta. Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to take Glee in my high spot. I think I'm going to really enjoy this. My high spot's John Cena.
Oh, why? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, I loved his freaking promo tonight because finally he says what it's really about. It's about me. My 16th world title reign. It's about me, not the child in the fifth row combating whatever the hell. Me. Thank you, John Cena. Thank you for the honesty, and thank you for the great promo.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you for the transparency.
Yeah, that's a great word, Ashton, the transparency. But then using that transparency and the down-dressing of Seth Rollins to tell a greater story. And here's the thing, I felt like he tried to phone in a story with Randy Orton when he did the whole glass jawline, oh, you've got all this promise, evolution, this, that, and the other, and you're a joke. No, here it felt more organic, and I think that's partially because the Authority was already kind of at odds with Seth Rollins to begin with before this promo. So it's not like Cena's kind of planting any seeds. He's just reaping stuff from a pre-existing garden. And I really enjoyed it. So Cena's my high spot.
I can dig that. I like that a lot. My high spot is, oh man. You know what? I'm just gonna kind of take the easy way out here. My high spot's gonna be Paul Heyman, because for the umpteenth week in a row, he had the best performance on the mic of the night.
Yes. Absolutely, completely agree. I love your high spot there.
I could, you know what? I'm gonna do another little thing here. I'm gonna take like a roundabout route and say my high spot is NXT, because Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, and the Lucha Dragons all won tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Man, they were on fire tonight. And what a coincidence that, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is this Saturday. So, nicely done there. I like that. Very creative.
And they did get some feature too. They mentioned, I think during the Nikki Bella versus Sasha Banks match, that Sasha would be defending her title, and they said Bayley by name. They said that she would be defending her title against Bayley on Saturday.
Right. So yeah, I love the coverage too, dude. That was great.
Yep. So my high spot's going to officially be NXT. Honorary high spot then, I guess, would go to Paul Heyman, just for being, like you said, the maestro of the microphone.
I love that we instituted the whole honorary thing, because it really helps me out of a pinch when I'm torn between who gets what.
Yeah, so, that's the point. The honorary high spot is literally a cop-out.
Yeah, it is.
It's a built-in cop-out designed for when we don't want to make up our minds.
Don't like it? Well, then blame the Dragon Balls, because that's a cop-out too for that show. Anyway.
It's called an Ex Machina.
Yeah, dealing with death? Yeah, right. Anyway, next segment, Raw Request.
I've got a good one for this.
You know what? You take the reins, because for the first time in a while, I'm kind of struggling with one. So
my Raw Request is for Brock Lesnar to wear a freaking cup.
I give you the ball for that? Oh, you drove it down the field. It was gold. Is that really your Raw Request?
Yes, it's my Raw Request. Oh. That's all he needs. All The Undertaker has done to get an advantage against Brock Lesnar in the last month and a half is kick him in the nuts. Wear a cup, Lesnar.
You know what? I got a Raw Request. I still can't believe we're going with that, but my Raw Request, after SummerSlam, because I'm still convinced that this program won't be over between these two after SummerSlam. After SummerSlam, have Rusev and Lana interact more, in like just the two of them, really let them have it out. Get some intrigue, get some dimension to this program, because she latched onto Dolph. And again, I have no problem with a strong woman finding love, because love should not be conflated with weakness. But the problem's twofold. One, Ashton already kind of covered earlier in the show. We don't really see the intimacy, or the chemistry is really the word, between Ziggler and Lana. We haven't, really, for me, Ashton, since the thing started. Show some videos of them bonding together, like outside of the ring, being more intimate or whatever. And then really, so you can really capitalize on the emotional poignancy of the storyline, talk about, the suffering that Lana sustained under Rusev. It doesn't have to be anything extreme or dark. You're a PG program. I get it. But really bring it out there so that when she stands up for herself and then latches onto Dolph, it carries a bit more weight. So I think I'm just asking for more intense, maybe more intimate segments with Lana and Rusev on just that really opening it up kind of level and just telling this story. So that's going to be my Raw Request.
I want Lana and Dolph to have the same kind of relationship as the Wellicks in Mr. Robot.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Where she is just this do-or-die chick, but she still wears the pants in the family.
Somebody has to. Yeah, which only leaves one segment left. 30-second hot seat. And considering that I've gone to distance to the point of answering your questions in 29 seconds with 1 second to spare, let's see if I can pull it off again this week. What do you got for me?
Well, I mean, I know that this is technically the 30-second hot seat, but I want to just kind of stray off a little bit of a tangent. I just want to point out that of the 6 matches that we had tonight, the only match in which a heel won was the heel versus heel match between Nikki Bella and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
All 5 other matches, the faces won clean.
Wow.
Well, I mean, think about it. Tag team match to start the show, Orton pins Sheamus clean. Match between Reigns and Harper, Reigns wins clean. Divas Revolution match between Becky Lynch and Tamina, Becky Lynch wins clean. What else was there? The tag match. The baby faces won clean there, and then we had the old, the old Divas match to finish, and that was heel versus heel. So.
Yeah, and then Ryback versus Miz before that, the face won clean again because Ryback Miz pinned clean.
And I guess Rusev, Mark Henry, but is Mark Henry? Yeah, I guess Mark Henry was definitely a face. He had
he was face that week. So, but yeah,
I mean, just all of the clean wins, and it was the freaking go home show.
Yeah, man, could be an omen though that SummerSlam will be a heel heavy pay per view. Who knows? But yeah, 30-second hot seat. What do you got for me?
Oh man. Well, obviously, here's the crazy thing, John. I can't do a SummerSlam 30-second hot seat, and I can't do an NXT 30-second hot seat because both of them have pay-per-view level shows coming up, right?
Oh, well, then I guess we'll just have to forego the segment. What a shame.
And then actually, this is where I get to kind of, change things up a little bit because we might not necessarily be able to live react to it as it happens, but we're still definitely going to be watching it, and if people are interested, we will record our live reactions while we watch it whenever we manage to get our hands on it. John, who's winning BOLA this year?
I don't even remember the list of participants.
You have 30 seconds.
And you send me a list right now, you bastard.
Oh my God. You're asking me to send you a list. I would have to look up a list.
You know what? Screw your face, because I remember one name, and the only name that matters. Rich Swann, baby. My Force One compadre.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Swan. Do it, baby. Do that standing 450 all the way to the freaking top.
Oh,
yeah.
It's PWG. Everybody has a standing 450.
Hey, you listen to me. You asked me who was going to win this tournament. I'm telling you. Okay, you gave me a list. Oh my God, Trevor Lee's in this thing. Well, isn't that apparent?
Okay. Well, you have 30 seconds, and your time starts now.
But I'm torn between Zack Sabre Jr., Drew Galloway, and Trevor Lee. Okay, I'm gonna go Trevor Lee because he's the hot thing in indie wrestling right now. It seems like. So I'm gonna say Trevor Lee wins this tournament. But I'm emotionally.
Man, he is with GFW now.
That is true. I'm still going Trevor Lee though, but my heart goes with Rich Swann. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. You can win. I know you can. I know you can. Do it for all of us.
You're not going to pick Pentagon Jr.?
No, I'm not going to pick Pentagon Jr. I did my time, man.
What do you mean by that?
I did it in under 30 seconds. Tell me what it clocked in at.
Well, it depends on when you wanted me to stop the clock.
Oh, my. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Because we're going on a minute now.
I said Trevor Lee like two times when you gave me
by the
list.
time you were done with Trevor Lee, it was like 20 seconds, dude.
Well, yeah, see, there you go. So, yeah, I did it again. Yeah!
I think my official pick's going to be Zack Sabre Jr.
He's so good.
Because he's not signed with GFW, and GFW is already a tainted brand.
Yeah, I again, like, in all seriousness, really going down this list, I actually like a lot of guys in this thing. This should be very, very fun for you and I to watch.
Oh, dude, the amount of Lucha Underground representation.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I'm intrigued by Drago being in PWG. That's going to be pretty cool.
Well, dude, Drago, Phoenix, Aerostar, Angelico.
It'd be so cool.
Pentagon.
Yeah, it'd be so cool for Phoenix to win this thing.
Why do you have to go to Phoenix? It would be amazing for Pentagon to win.
Yeah, but I mean, Phoenix is pretty legit. And I feel like he fits more that PWG mold to me.
Look, man, Phoenix already has the gift of the gods. He doesn't need to win BOLA.
He's OP and you know it. But yeah, I like a lot of guys in this thing. But I still think I'm going Trevor Lee, GFW or not. I guess my runner-up in all seriousness would be Zack Sabre Jr., but I was completely serious when I said my heart will be pulling for Swann. Swann's my boy. Love Swann. So
I don't even see. Oh, he's number 18. Okay, yeah,
he's in there. He's in there. Wasn't phoning him in. But yeah, Swann's really cool. Very talented guy. I feel like he's deserved a lot for a long time, so it's cool to see him in this tournament.
He's still relatively young too, isn't he?
He should be. I don't think Swann's that old.
Yeah, 24. Holy balls.
But yeah, like I remember like my whole friendship with Swann, just to give everybody context, because like wow, he seems really like this guy. I talked to him personally, like after a few Force One shows. Really cool dude. And I remember when he turned heel, I was the only guy that didn't boo him. and it was part of an angle where like the dominant heel faction was kind of, running roughshod over the promotion, and he was kind of the mole. It was revealed in the blow-off match. It was a steel cage match, like a war game style thing, and he turned on the team. And then after the show was done, he said, I want to personally, like, not on a microphone or anything, but he like went to us fans, because we called our little section the snake pit because we were always the loudest. And he said, I want to thank the one person that ever gave up to me. And he kind of gestured to me. And I'm like, yeah, baby, I did it. I was in it. So, yeah, me and Swan have always been really really cool with each other. I've tried reconnecting with him recently. I haven't heard from him. But it's just so cool to see him in this tournament. So I'm really pulling for him.
That's cool. That's really cool, man. You and your Force One experience. I'm so jealous.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, like I used to tell you in conversation when Christy took me to my very first one, like, I kind of laughed seeing some of the wrestlers because I'm like, oh my God, they took all the templates for creative wrestlers and they just put them all together here. So I thought the show was going to be a joke. Blew my mind. And then the main event was an I Quit match, too, that was just insane.
Do you remember who was in it?
Yeah, I do. The Reflection of Perfection, Kurt Cunningham, and I believe RV1's alter ego, which actually was named the Phoenix. And yeah, Kevin Cunningham won that match. He was such a good heel. I wanted him to have a world
I thought you
title.
said it was Kurt Cunningham.
No, Kevin Cunningham, the Reflection of Perfection, baby. Great heel. And
which is hilarious because wasn't Mark Jindrak at one point the Reflection of Perfection?
No, you know what? You're right. I got him confused. Kevin Cunningham was the loudmouth of Perfection. That was his nickname. I was thinking of Mark. Yeah, that was my bad. He was the loudmouth of Perfection. Mark Jindrak was the Reflection of Perfection. But yeah, Kevin Cunningham won that match because he used RV1's wife to get him to take the mask off because he was trying to prove that Phoenix was RV1. That was the whole storyline. Until he gets the wife to come in, and that's how he quit. So see, people, when people have emotional attachments, they will throw matches away. That's how John Cena's going to lose an I Quit match. Even though, I don't know, he did make Nikki Bella sign that agreement, that pretty much that house-like prenup. Yeah, this is my property. I don't know. But anyway, anything else you want to say about this Raw?
No.
All right, I'm going to take us home, man.
We've gone on long enough, dude.
Yeah, we really have.
Like this episode of Twit Wow is like over an hour and 45 minutes long.
That's insanity. All right, guys. With that said, I hope you all had a good time because this has been Raw. This has been Twit Wow, the best wrestling podcast made for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans, on the web today. I'm John. That's my cohort and commentary, Ashton. Guys, be sure to comment and subscribe on YouTube. What did you think of this Raw tonight? Were you as mad as we are? In fact, here's a question for you. What was your hype level for SummerSlam before this show? And what was it after this show? I'd like to know what this show did for you. And really, in particular, I'd like to know about your feelings on the contract signing. Be sure to take the conversation over to Pleetoff, an amazing pro wrestling group on Facebook. Remember, for all special events, because I know we're doing one for TakeOver and SummerSlam, we do exciting, predictions, contests. It's a great group to join. We have a lot of fun together. A lot of great discussions happen. But I get it. If you feel like I'm pushing something on you that you don't want, and you just want to just keep it to a minimum, Ashton's created a TwitWow subreddit. There you will find all of our TwitWow content, and you have the ability to start threads of your own to converse with Ashton or myself. Always very appreciated. I love a good dialogue. I've been loving the comments I've been seeing lately on our more recent videos. You guys have been throwing out some great stuff. Don't think I don't take note of it just because I'm not active in there, because I do. I love you guys for it. It's amazing. Keep it up, and we will see you again, right, Ashton, for our Lucha Underground rewatch. Isn't that our next thing coming up?
Sure is.
Yeah, so there you go. And we will see you guys again. It's going to be great. First episode did very well. Thank you very much for that. We're going to keep the ball rolling with our recap of the next set of episodes. And until then, tune in and peace out.